Welcome back. Still had Fountain 91.3 Nigeria info and Heron Time dial. 8 minutes gone past 5 p.m. Conversation continues. Many thanks for staying tuned. Now, when you're engaged in a war of any kind, usually when the enemy is surrendering to your forces, it's supposed to be a good thing. It's signaling the end of the war, and usually it shouldn't pose too much of a complication, because after all, that's what any party to a war wants. You want the opposing army to surrender. However, there might be more to it than meets the eye, especially with the situation in Nigeria with the Boko Haram terrorist organization. Here's a story here courtesy the Vanguard newspaper. Why Boko Haram surrender puts Borno in difficult position. That's according to Zulum. Now, a bit of that story. Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State at the weekend said ongoing surrender of Boko Haram terrorists had presented the state with two extremely difficult situations requiring stakeholders' serious examination of the wider implications. Now, according to him, quote, we in Borno are in a very difficult situation about the ongoing surrender by insurgents. We have to critically look between two extreme conditions and decide our future. We have to choose between an endless war or to cautiously accept the surrendered terrorists, which is really painful and difficult for anyone that has lost loved ones. Difficult for all of us, and even for the military whose colleagues have died, and for volunteers. No one will find it easy to accept killers of his or her parents, children, and other loved ones. Accepting Boko Haram has the risk of seriously offending the feelings of victims with potential of civil rebellion, just as there is the risk that if Boko Haram fighters willing to surrender are rejected, they can join ISWAP to swell the ranks of fighters in the bush, and the path of peace becomes narrowed. How complicated or not or how does Boko Haram surrender, or the surrendering of some Boko Haram members, complicate the war on terror, if there is a complication at all? There is another related matter to discuss in this hour. And joining me via phone, security experts, Leslie George. Leslie, good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Straight to it, Les. So, as I described a while ago in my opener, ideally, or usually, I suppose, when there is a war ongoing, one side should be happy when the other side is surrendering to it. It should be straightforward. There should be no complications. Or are there complications when one side decides to surrender to another in a time of war, as we are witnessing now?
Sometimes you have outcomes that are less than pleasant or less than acceptable. For example, you could actually end the war, one side actually gives up, but the thing is, or surrenders, but the thing is the terms under which they're surrendering, what exactly would the terms be? So it's not always straightforward. There's certain things that don't go well. There's certain parties that would not be happy with what is happening. For example, we've had wars and clashes in which, okay, one side surrenders, but the terms under which they agreed to surrender, some parties are like, no, we don't agree with that. Why would you agree with that? Oh, well, we want is peace, but then we don't agree with that, you know? So it always happens, and we see it a lot. It's not always straightforward.
All right, so looking at the situation in Borno State, do you see a real complication here, or what the governor is describing is simply some made-up complication, possibly by himself or some other actors on the scene or behind the scenes? He describes a situation where, while accepting the surrender of these former Boko Haram members and integrating them into society might help speed up the process of ending the war, not accepting them. But if we do that, I mean, we have people who are grieved, who've lost family members. Even in our military, we've lost soldiers to this war. If we don't accept them, they might join the growing ranks of ISWAP out of fear of retribution from the Nigerian state, which will further escalate things. But now, that's his description. Is that a real complex situation, or is it just the imagination of some persons?
Okay, let me say like this. There is a security concern in this regard. There's always been a security concern with, for 2 years now, Boko Haram fighters, members of that insurgency, have actually surrendered, and they have courts repented and all that. But the question is, we had questions of if these people surrender. Some people were saying it's okay to absorb them into the army. Some people were saying it's okay to reform, But there is that security concern, that concern of, are they really, really repentant? Did they really surrender the cause, or is it just for the benefit of the viewing public, so to speak? Is there concern with them going back, or them being integrated into whether it's the military or into society, and then they're working from the inside and all that? That concern has been there. But if you look at it like this, when we had the problem with the South and we had the issue there, when the militants decided to, okay, let's give up this fight, the terms under which they actually gave up the fight, amnesty and all that, a lot of people are saying that Boko Haram, we don't agree that they actually will be repentant and all that. We don't agree that they should get amnesty. The number of people that died because of what they did. Now, we have that issue. However, there's some people who are members of Boko Haram because they were forced into it. Sometimes they'll take over villages and towns and will forcefully drag some of the young people into their enclave. But then, that's not always the case. That's sometimes the case. So what if the people who are actually saying, okay, we don't want to do this anymore? What if they actually are sincerely saying, we've given up this fight, we don't want to do this anymore, we want to turn a new leaf? We have that problem. That concern is heavy. But it would be double standard if when the militants in the South actually gave up and said, okay, we'll accept amnesty and all that, and we agree. And then these people up here now saying that we are giving up, we're surrendering, and then we have issues with it. I think part of the whole issue is the scale of the damage that have actually been done. The scale. So it becomes a bit of a problem. Somebody needs to pay for this. Thousands and thousands of Nigerians have died since 1999, 2000, that Boko Haram started to do a lot of all the kind of crazy things that you're seeing. And the question is, all the people that have died, it's a lot, it's huge. The question is, who is responsible for that? Somebody has to pay for that. We can't just say, okay, you've given up, all right, cool, go home. We can't do that. Well, not that we can't, but that is the concern of people. And they're thinking that, no, it's too much of a, So, if you are, and you say, all right, so what do you want to happen? Some people are thinking, if they give up and all that, let's let them off somewhere. Somebody has to be punished. Somebody has to pay.
So what do we do then, Leslie? Because you've still described an impasse.
That's what I'm saying, because we are seeing it from that perspective of what Nigeria has actually suffered at the hands of Boko Haram. In comparison, a lot of people will tell you in comparison, you can't compare it with what the militants did in the South. Well, yes, you can compare it, but it's the same principle. If they're giving up, how exactly can you tell that, oh, these people sincerely are actually giving up? That's the concern. How exactly can you actually tell? Because a few years ago, about 3 years ago or so, they had issues with Boko Haram fighters surrendering and being going into what you describe as a rehabilitation program for them and all that. You see, even when it was just some of them, there was a lot of concern. And the concern ranged from these people are on the inside. It's easier for them to spy now. It's easier for them to do all that. That was part of the reason, the reasons people gave for. We don't agree with it. But Zulum saying what he's saying, it's a complex thing. It's a bit difficult for them to say, all right, let's go. Because think of all the people that have died. Think of all the soldiers that have died. Think of all the civilians that have died. Think of all the communities that, and then we just say, all right, go. But for the sake of ending this particular war, this particular trouble that has been on for 2 decades plus, ending it would be important. It would be the point that we're looking at. But the question, like we said at the beginning, is under what conditions? Under what conditions? Of course, all parties will not be happy. It's not possible for all parties to be happy.
That's right. How about the perception, and possibly a correct one, very possibly. How about the perception that allowing criminals go scot-free? Yes, we did it with the militants. In fact, in other parts of the country, we've had different versions of this. In Rivers State here specifically, for example, we did that with cultists also some years back. We granted cultist amnesty. And one of those cultists, there was it a Christmas or New Year Day massacre in which many people died. One of the cultists was given amnesty at that time. And even with militancy as well, there is still a belief that we haven't seen or heard the last of amnesty, or sorry, of militancy in the South-South region in spite of the amnesty. So how about the perception that we are creating, and we have created and still continue to create, a belief system that crime pays? All you have to do at some point is say you are sorry, and the Nigerian state will forgive you.
Well, we need to look at what I would like to describe as the bigger picture. I'm not saying anything right now, but I'm just saying let's look at it. For example, if Boko Haram says we're surrendering, we don't want to fight anymore. Okay? The question we ask is, what do we do? If the conditions for surrendering is, you let us go free and all that, and we call it, even everybody's happy, all that. Nigeria would, on one side, be happy that, oh, this thing is over. But on the other side, there is that call for justice. That's why when Mandela became president and all that, and they did that, what was it called again? What's the term of that thing?
Reconciliation?
Truth and Reconciliation Commission thing and all that.
Yes.
It was very, very difficult for South Africans, black South Africans rather, to accept. Do you understand? It was a difficult thing for them to accept because there were people who had committed genocide, they had committed hate crimes, they had killed thousands of people. But because we want to live in peace, we decided that, okay, let these people go. Yes, they repented, they told us what they did, and it was very gory, very garish thing where they actually were telling the world that, okay, this is what we did, this is how we did it, we are sorry, we apologize. Now, in that case, you would ask the question, what happens to justice? That's the question. What happens to justice? If we let people who have killed a lot of people go, the next people who show up to do that kind of thing, at some point when they say we surrender, we definitely will have to let them go. So, it's a precedent that we created with the South-South. It's a precedent that we want to create right now if we go ahead. And the question is, would it be a precedent that the Nigerian, with the Nigerian idea, so to speak, can we, is it something we can actually live with? Is it something that we can actually hold to and say, yes, we did this, and in years to come, we're happy about it? Is it something that will degenerate into something else? That's the whole concern. But we need to ask the question, because the North would ask that question. When it happened with South-South, you let them go. And amnesty program and all that. We know what the amnesty program cost Nigeria and all that. So the question is, should we extend the same? Would we look at it and say, is this the same thing? If it's peace that we want, we're getting peace. But what is inside that? What could it result to? So for the sake of what we want, there's certain things that we may be willing to say, all right, let's let it go. But what would be the result? What would be the fallout, if there would be any at all?
Leslie, many thanks for your time. I know that you had to literally, you were pulled out of a very important engagement, and you do have only a few minutes to spare for this conversation, and you have to return to that engagement. Leslie George is a security expert, has joined the conversation via phone from Lagos. Leslie, many thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Commercial break right now. We'll return in a moment. Conversation will continue. Headlines 5:30 p.m. Still getting your thoughts on this situation, complex situation, if you will, in Borno State, and I believe other part of the north as well. Depreciating Hard Fast continues shortly.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.is Port Harcourt and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 081. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza.
Headline News, Nigeria Info on
92.3.
Headline News.
Thank you, Saintin. Here are the headlines. President Buhari signs PIB into law while on quarantine. Pandev criticizes signing into law PIB by President Buhari. 4 dead as gunmen attack all workers in Imo State. Plateau State Commissioner for Information Dan Mangjang says calm has returned amid curfew following Saturday's attack on travellers. Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria extends ultimatum given to federal government to review their welfare issues. On the foreign scene, US concerned about help not flowing to Afghans as Taliban take Kabul. In business, IMF says Nigeria's foreign liability stands at about $187 billion. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Doris Chima dies after battle with cancer. And sports, Real Madrid goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois extends his club contract. Those are the headlines. Details at 6 p.m. For more stories, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Also contact our newsroom on 0818 90017. Thanks for listening. I'm Adedayo Elusakin. Good evening.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call.
Our freedom depends on our proactive responsibilities.
Let's talk, act, and be about development.
With one voice, our potential is realized. This is your #1 news, talk, and sports radio station. 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am listening.
And now, hard facts.
Hard facts with Dion.
Welcome back. 27 minutes to go before 6 p.m. The major news is up at 6. Join the conversation right now. You're welcome to do so. It's Hard Facts on Nigeria Info. I'm Dio. And the matter we're discussing at the moment, once again, story cut to the Vanguard newspaper. Why Boko Haram surrender puts Borno in difficult position, and that's according to the governor, Babagana Zulum of Borno State. He said ongoing surrender of Boko Haram terrorists presents the state with two extremely difficult situations requiring stakeholders' serious examination of the wider implications. The lines are open. Join the conversation. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Also on YouTube, just search for Nigeria Info PH. The governor said, and I quote, we in Borno are in a very difficult situation over the ongoing surrender by insurgents. We have to critically look between two extreme conditions and decide our future. We have to choose between an endless war or to cautiously accept a surrendered terrorist, which is really painful and difficult for anyone that has lost loved ones, difficult for all of us, and even for the military whose colleagues have died, and for volunteers. No one will find it easy to accept killers of his or her parents, children, and other loved ones. Accepting Boko Haram has the risk of seriously offending the feelings of victims with potential of civil rebellion, just as there is the risk that if Boko Haram fighters willing to surrender are rejected, they can join ISWAP to swell the ranks of fighters in the bush and the path of peace becomes narrowed. So, what should we do then? Got Frank on the line. Let's go to the phone lines now. Hello, Frank. You're welcome. Go on.
Hello.
Go ahead, Frank.
Hello.
Go ahead, Frank.
Okay. Mr. Dayo, thank you. Good evening. I want to contribute to this
Frank,
issue that you raised now about the Zulum and the repentant, what you call Zulum repentant Boko Haram people. These people are not repentant. They will not repent. This is a jihadist war they are waging against Nigeria. They say they want to Islamize the northern region. They say they want to Islamize the northern region. And therefore, almost 70% of them that way believe in that cause. And whatever they are doing now is very tricky. Most of them are not even Nigerians.
Frank, it's important that you hear me for us to have this conversation.
I'm not Nigerian.
Can you hear me? Okay, all right. Sorry, I do have to move on. I've got Eka on the line from Eleme. Eka, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Dayo.
Go ahead.
This is a very, very difficult situation. A quagmire, a conundrum, and any word you can use to describe it. If there's greater percentage of persons in the situation of the governor, they will be so confused, even more than the governor. These are people who have carried out all sorts of evil, hellish things you can think of. And at the same time, we want peace in that part of the country. And for us to have peace, that means whatever they are doing, they have to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And the same persons are saying, we need amnesty. We want peace to continue what we are doing. The challenge is this. What is the possibility or the likelihood that if these people are offered peace or offered amnesty, they will not come to the society to corrupt the little good persons we have in the northern part of the country? Another problem is this. If you allow them to continue with their evil ways, can we be able to control what will come out from their continuation of their evil acts?
Like you said,
it's a very, very dire situation. Accepting them into the society or allowing them to continue whatever they are doing. For me, I would have suggested that if they are willingly saying we want to join the society, let their intention be designed. And let them not be called, let them not be allowed to integrate into the society, but they should join the military.
Join the military?
Second?
Join the military?
Fine, join the military.
My dad, can you hear me? Can you hear me? My dad not even pose a greater security risk?
The best place to place such persons is in the military, because if you bring them into the society, there is every possibility of them corrupting the little good persons we have in the north. So the only place that for me that best suit them is the military. Because if they allow them to continue in that bush, nobody can tell what will happen the next day. And if you bring them into the society, nobody can tell what will be the outcome. So the military for me is the best option. Because honor of Borno is very confused and every other human being.
Okay, your thoughts noted. Great to hear from you. Via WhatsApp, we're not a serious country. There are some crimes that shouldn't go unpunished if we want to make societal progress, but the government is so handicapped in facing the security challenge head on. The reasonable thing to do is to convict and sentence the Boko Haram members and maybe reduce but not to raise their sentence if truly they are repentant. That's Adi. Sylvester goes, the same people who are aiding this Boko Haram are the same people that came with this amnesty plan because they're tired. What will be the reaction for those families that they killed? Let justice take its course. It's not war when one party will say we have surrendered. Actually, even in war, one party can surrender. Sylvester. Greetings, Dio. Henry from Kulu goes on Governor of Borno State, Zulum being in a tight position to accept repentant Boko Haram members. For me, don't want peace. What I want is equal rights and justice. Then peace will reign. What happened in the south was that years of oil exploration in the area had nothing to show. Then the youth protested. Amnesty was granted with proceeds from oil. What is Boko Haram demanding? That there should be no Western education. From what source would they sustain it? Is it the money from oil head that would be used? No way. Well, you say that, and I've heard that very often. That's the excuse for what happened in the South region. But regardless, these militants committed crimes against the state. It doesn't make the action not criminal or a crime. They were still crimes. And by the way, the so-called agitations, did it accomplish for the Niger Delta region what they were so reportedly agitating for, besides a handful of them getting stupendously wealthy? What was the accomplishment? What did it achieve for the Niger Delta region? What, really? And some other people being paid, is it 65,000 naira every month? I've got Wisdom in the line. Hello, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, good day.
Go on, Wisdom.
All right, now I think the Nigerian security situation should call for a very serious concern for the federal government, particularly in respect of what these Boko Haram people have done. They waged a war against the Nigerian state. And so, for me, they shouldn't be given any pardon. In fact, it is suspicious that some of them are coming to surrender to the Nigerian government. The Sheikh of Borno clearly said they don't have confidence integrating these people into the society and living with them. And so I want federal government to be very, very careful on how they do this sensitive matter with a view to protecting the law-abiding Nigerian citizens.
Very careful implies what? Very careful means accept them or don't accept them.
Hello, sir?
Very careful means what? Does very careful mean accept them or don't accept them?
No, that's what for me.
Just very briefly, what does it mean? Accept them or not accept them?
Not accept them. They shouldn't be accepted. No.
All right. I do have to wrap it up for the moment. We've got a commercial break coming up in a bit. Absolutely. And discussions do continue afterwards. Still 92.3 Nigeria Info and Heron Port. We've got the major news coming up top of the hour at 6 p.m. and open season afterwards. If you miss out on any matter discussed on the show, I'll take your thoughts when I return after the major news at 6 p.m. Please stay with us. Hard Facts continues shortly.